start to observe your breath. Just taking a moment to notice how your breath is moving through your body right now. Noticing if there's any choppy or staggered spots in your breath. Maybe your breath is shallow or deep. When you feel ready, you'll take one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. You'll notice the sensation of your heart beating within your chest. You'll feel your breath as it's moving through your body right now. You'll start to smooth out your breath, filling in any of those choppy or staggered spots. You begin to breathe in deeply through your nose and exhale completely through your mouth. Breathing in deeply through your nose. Exhale completely through your mouth. Breathing in deeply, start to feel your lungs as they expand in all directions. You feel your chest rise. Exhale completely through your mouth as you feel your chest fall. You'll feel your lungs contracting. Breathing in, feeling your lungs expand. Feeling your chest rise. Exhale completely through your mouth as you feel your chest fall. Feel your lungs contracting. You'll take one more big breath in here, feeling your lungs expand, feeling your chest rise. Exhale completely through your mouth, feel your chest fall, feel your lungs contracting. Carefully switching the placement of your hands around, taking the opposite hand to your heart, the opposite hand to your belly. Continuing to focus on your breath. Breathing in deeply through your nose, you'll feel your lungs fully expand, feel your chest rise. Exhale completely through your mouth, feel your chest fall, feel your lungs contracting. Breathing in, noticing the smoothness you're creating in your breath. Exhale completely through your mouth. As you breathe in, you feel your lungs expand. You feel your chest continuing to rise. You'll bring awareness to those places you found in your body that could use extra attention or that feel a little tight. Exhaling completely, you allow those places to soften and to release. You allow any tension or stress you're holding in your body to leave. Breathing in, bringing awareness to the places that could use extra attention. Exhaling completely, allowing those places to soften and to release. Allowing stress and tension to leave your body. Going through 2 more cycles of breath here, breathing in deeply. Exhaling completely. Breathing in. And breathing out. You'll bring both of your hands, resting them at prayer at heart center. Feeling all 10 of your fingertips connecting. You might allow your thumbs to rest against your chest so you can continue to feel the rise of your chest on your inhales and the fall in your exhales. And you'll take a moment here, setting your own personal intention for your practice. When you feel ready, you'll take a big breath in, filling up with as much air as you can. Notice your lungs expand, your chest rising. Pausing at the top of your breath. Exhaling completely through your mouth. Feeling your chest fall, your lungs contracting. Breathing in deeply through your nose. Feeling your lungs expand. Feeling your chest rise. Exhale completely through your mouth. Feel your chest fall. Feel your lungs contracting. Taking one more big breath in, filling up with as much air as you can. Pause at the top of this breath. See if you can let in just a little bit more air. Exhale completely through your mouth as you let it go. Very slowly in your own time, you'll start to release your hands. Reaching for whatever ankle's in front, crossing it behind. You might readjust your blocks. You'll take your hands to the tops of your legs when you arrive. You'll take a big breath in, draw your shoulders all the way up to your ears. On your exhale, allow them to slide down your back. You'll take a big breath in. On this exhale, very slowly bow your chin to your chest. Allow your head to hang really heavy. When you feel ready, on an inhale, you slowly bring your gaze over to your right shoulder. Pause when you arrive. Exhale as you slowly draw your chin back through center. Inhale very slowly to the right. Pause. Exhale very slowly, finding center. One more inhale to the right, pausing when you arrive. Exhale very slowly, finding center. Once you arrive at center, you can take a breath in and a breath out. On your next inhale, slowly draw your chin over to the left. Pause when you arrive. Exhale very slowly, find center. Inhale very slowly over to the left. Pausing when you arrive. Exhale as you very slowly find center. One more inhale left. Pause when you arrive. Exhale very slowly, find center. Taking a big breath in and a big breath out. When you feel ready, gently lifting your gaze, finding a lot of length from the crown of your head to your tailbone. You can blink your eyes, open and shut till you find a very soft gaze. And you can decide moving through some of your practice with a soft gaze, or maybe you move through your practice with your eyes gently shut. Once you feel ready, you'll remove the blocks from underneath your knees. If you were sitting on a block, you could come off. You'll uncross at your ankles, send your legs out long in front, flexing your feet. Press your hands into the mat to lift your hips gently up, and then set them back down so you feel your sit bones connect. You could stay as you are. You could roll up that blanket, slide it underneath your knees, or you could place the block underneath your knees here, keeping your feet flexed so that your toes face the sky. When you're ready, an inhale sweeps both arms up overhead. You find a lot of length. On an exhale, you begin to hinge at your hips as far as you can, leading with your heart. And when you can't hinge any further, you fold, letting your head hang really heavy. And checking in with your body when you arrive. If you notice a lot of tension in your lower back, you'll simply bend your knees really deep or place the block at a higher setting. Allow your head to hang heavy, breathing and holding here. Continuing remembering to send your breath to those places that you feel are in need of extra attention. With each exhale, you allow those places to soften and to release. Two more cycles of breath. When you've completed your two, slowly walking your hands back toward your body. Bending at your knees. Carefully place the block out to the side. You'll bring your legs behind you. You'll set up for your tabletop position. Tapping one shoulder and tapping the other just to make sure shoulders, elbows, wrists are in alignment, hips and knees. Tops of your feet will rest heavy on the mat. When you feel ready, you'll take a big breath in. On your exhale, you'll start to slowly tuck your tailbone. Hollow out your belly, really press the mat away. Feel all four corners of your hands connecting with the mat. Feel your shoulder blades drawing apart. Allow your head to hang. On an inhale, you'll start to untuck your tailbone. Feel your belly soften toward the mat. Your heart will draw forward. Your gaze will gently lift. Exhale as you slowly tuck your tailbone. Hollow out your belly. Really press the mat away. Feel your shoulder blades draw apart. Allow your head to hang heavy. On an inhale, untucking your tailbone, softening your belly. Heart draws forward. Gaze gently lifts. Exhale as you tuck your tailbone. Hollow out your belly. Really press the mat away. Feel your shoulder blades drawing apart. Allow your head to hang. Inhale, slowly untucking your tailbone, softening your belly. Heart draws forward, gaze gently lifts. Exhaling as you tuck your tailbone, hollow out your belly, really press the mat away, allow your head to hang. You'll continue to move through your cat-cows. As you move through, you'll feel space being created between each vertebrae as you inhale. As you exhale, you'll feel tension and stress leaving your body through each vertebrae. You'll complete about 3 more cycles at your own pace, remembering to go extra slow through any places that you feel could use a little extra attention. When you've completed, you'll gently press back to your child's pose. You'll walk your knees out so they're about mat width distance apart. You can always bring your knees narrower if that feels better for your body. Big toes will come close to touching. They might touch. You'll press the mat away. You'll feel your hips draw back toward your heels. And you'll start to walk your hands forward. When you arrive here, you might take that block, placing it underneath your forehead at any height. And you'll start to roll out eyebrow to eyebrow. Giving the center of your forehead a gentle massage while you're here. You'll feel all 4 corners of your hands connecting with the mat. You'll press the mat away, feel your hips draw a little closer to your heels, and then you'll relax into the pose. You'll feel your lungs as they expand in all directions. As you exhale, you feel your lungs contract. You allow tension, you allow stress to leave your body. You'll complete 2 more cycles of breath here. When you feel ready, on an inhale, slowly rounding your spine, gliding forward, returning to your tabletop position for a moment. You'll walk your hands in. You'll walk your toes out, hips and knees, shoulders, elbows, and wrists are in alignment. You'll place that block out to the side. Taking a big breath in and a big breath out. You'll bring your big toes close to touching, walk your knees out again, and you'll press back to your child's pose. Walking your hands forward. You'll take a big breath in and a big breath out. When you feel ready, on your next inhale, you'll start to walk your hands over to the right as you kick your hips out slightly to the left. You'll feel length in the right side of your body as you breathe and hold for 3 cycles of breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking 1 more big breath in and a big breath out. When you feel ready, you can take an inhale. On your exhale, slowly walk your hands back through center. When you arrive at center, you'll take another big breath in. On your exhale, slowly walk your hands over to the left as you kick your hips out slightly to the right. Breathing and holding, feeling length through your right side body. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. Taking 1 more big breath in and a big breath out. When you feel ready, you'll take an inhale. On your exhale, slowly walk your hands back through center. When you arrive at center, slowly round your spine, glide forward. Walk your hands in. Walk your knees in. You can tuck your toes, start to walk your hands toward your knees. Carefully bring your legs in front of you. You'll take your hands by your hips, slide your hips slightly forward. You'll reach for those blocks again. You're going to place the blocks by your side body. Again, taking your hands by your hips, pressing your hands into the mat, sliding them forward. Make sure the blanket is close by. Take a big breath in to draw your heart forward as you press through all 4 corners of your hands. On your exhale, very slowly start to walk your hands down the mat. You'll eventually find your back and then your shoulders resting on the mat. Your head will be the last thing to land. You can walk your feet in just a little bit so that your heels are slightly closer to your hips. You'll make sure those blocks are close by. You'll start to heel to your feet together. Soles of your feet are going to connect, pressing into one another. Your knees will drop off to the sides, resting on the blocks at whatever height's working best for your body today. You could take a block and place it higher or lower than the other if that's what's working for you, remembering that both blocks do not have to be the same height. You can take your hands, resting them on your lowest ribs so you can feel your breath as it moves through your body. As you breathe in, you feel your lungs as they expand in all directions. You feel your ribs draw gently apart. As you breathe out, you feel your lungs contract. You feel your ribs draw closer together. You'll notice your head, your shoulders, your back, your hips connected with the mat. You'll feel your feet connected with one another, pressing into one another as you feel the support of the blocks underneath your knees, support of your mat underneath your body. You'll let passing thoughts come and go as you continue to allow tension and stress to leave with each exhale that you take. Allowing your hips to gently release. Allowing any tension to leave your body. You might allow your gaze to soften if you had your gaze gently open. You can allow your eyes to shut. You might squeeze your eyes really tightly shut and release a few times, letting any tension that may be in your forehead disappear. You might move your jaw gently side to side and release. As you continue to focus on how your breath is moving through your body, keeping it smooth, keeping it full, letting tension, letting stress leave with each exhale. You could stay here, and that's perfectly fine. Or you might decide to goal post your arms, allowing the backs of your palms to rest heavy on the mat. And breathe and hold here. Going through about 3 cycles of breath or so. When you've completed your 3, you can very slowly release your arms by your side. Take your hands to the outsides of your legs. Gently use your hands to draw your legs together as you start to allow the soles of your feet to reconnect with the mat. You'll place the blocks out of the way but close by. You can either keep your gaze shut or gently open your eyes, finding a very soft gaze. Once you arrive here, you'll walk your feet out so they're about 2 fist distance apart, so think hips width. And you'll set up for a figure 4 pose, crossing your right ankle above your left knee, keeping your right foot flexed to protect your knee. You might take your right hand to the top of your right thigh as you gently guide it away from your body, and maybe add gentle movement in, releasing your lower back, rocking side to side here for a few cycles of breath. Whenever you feel ready, you'll find stillness. Release your right hand, release your right foot. You'll take a breath in, breath out, switching sides, crossing your left ankle above your right knee, left foot is flexed. You'll take your left hand to the top of your left thigh, gently guide your left thigh away from your body, maybe staying in stillness, or maybe rocking side to side, continuing to release your lower back. If you come across any places that feel tight or stuck, going extra slow through them. When you feel ready, you'll slow down, find stillness at center. You can release your left hand. You can release your left foot to the mat, uncrossing. When you arrive, you'll walk your feet in so your heels are even closer to your hips. Fingertips might skim, maybe touch your heels. Reaching for your block, having it on its lowest setting, horizontal by your side body. You'll press really strong through all four corners of your feet. Carefully tuck your tailbone, lift your hips, sliding that block underneath your hips, resting your hips down on the block. Taking a supported bridge, breathing and holding. You'll notice the tops of your legs, your abdomen, front sides of your body lengthening out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Now you could stay here and that's perfectly fine. If you'd like to take it a little further, you might very slowly extend your legs long, flexing your feet, allowing your heels to rest heavy on the mat here. Only doing this if it feels safe for your body. Breathing and holding. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Breathing in. Continuing to notice your lungs expanding. Your lungs contracting. As you let tension and stress leave. Two more cycles of breath. You can very slowly start to rebend at each of your knees, allowing your feet to reconnect with the mat. You'll make sure your feet are closer to your hips so that your fingertips can just about skim your heels. And when you arrive, you'll very slowly begin to release one foot from the mat and then the other, sending both of your legs to the sky, feet are flexed, taking a legs up the wall pose, allowing your blood flow to reverse, allowing any last bit of tension or stress you may be holding to leave your body. You can stay in this pose for as long as you'd like. We're going to go through about 5 cycles of breath. It's a great pose for any times you feel stressed, or you're having a hard time sleeping, or you just want to relax. Allowing your blood flow to continue to reverse. Breathing in and breathing out. Know if the block's a little too high for you, you could always use the blanket, folding it up and sliding it underneath your hips instead of the block. Letting passing thoughts come and go. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more cycles of breath. If you want to stay here a little longer, feel free. Whenever you're ready to come out, you'll start to bend at your knees. Slowly return one foot to the mat and then the other. Once you feel both feet connected, all 4 corners of your feet connected to the mat, you'll start to tuck your tailbone, lift your hips. Very carefully slide the block out from underneath and start to slowly begin to lower your upper, your middle, your lower back, gently untucking your tailbone. You'll heel toe your feet out when you arrive so they're mats with distance apart. Allow your knees to knock together. While you're here, press the lowest part of your tailbone toward the mat, letting your lower back release. A few cycles of breath. In your own time, slowly allow your knees to part ways. Heel to your feet back in toward one another. And carefully extend your legs long. Sweep your arms up overhead, taking a full body stretch. Notice your lower back lifts slightly off the mat. On your exhale, allow your lower back to settle into the mat as you hug your knees into your chest. And going through a few circles or figure eights here. One direction and then the other. Going extra slow through any places that need a little extra attention. And whenever you feel ready, you'll slow down, you'll find stillness at center. You can hug your legs in a little tighter to your chest, maybe lift head and shoulders off the mat. And very slowly release into your mat, taking up a lot of space on your mat, more space than you think you need. Starting to set up for Shavasana. You could take that blanket, place it across your hips. It'll give you a deeper sense of grounding. You could slide it across your body, under your head as a pillow if you prefer. Allow the inner arches of your feet to face the sky, the outer arches to face your mat. Your arms will come by your side, palms will either face up for positive energy or down for grounding. Allowing your gaze to soften as you start to feel the weight of your eyelids getting heavier and heavier. You'll eventually find your eyes have shut. You might wiggle your shoulder blades underneath you. Just starting to get really comfortable. Allow your gaze to soften even more if your eyes have not shut yet. Once you've found your eyes have shut, you'll take a moment here. Point your toes really strong and release a few times. Make fists with your hands and release. Squeeze your eyes tightly shut and release. You might move your jaw gently side to side and release. Just allowing everything to feel a little heavier, a little bit more connected with your mat. Begin to let go. Taking one more big breath in, filling up with as much air as you possibly can. Pausing at the top of your breath. Exhaling completely through your mouth, feeling your body connected even stronger to the mat. Staying here for as long as you like. You start to let go more and more as you find stillness. You let go, finding your Shavasana.